enough of those shenanigans. Welcome to the stream. I got some music going on. This is a good song. I like it. One thing that annoys me about the engine is this message log that pops up. It's so huge. It's huge. Get rid of it. I don't give a crap about it. All right, so we left off with me building this awesome little cliffside, and then these two differentiating scenes here, different scenes going on, and this is just basic stuff here. Of course, the player will only see it from this perspective from here. When they're up here, they'll be able to see this scene, and there'll be more stuff here. I'm just laying out the preliminary level design right now, and I've decided that over here will be the cave entrance to the catacombs, and there's kind of a way to do this where I could actually make it so it looks kind of cave-like. And so we're on the cliff here, and first things first is let's edit. So we're only editing the select only here, so we're doing that. Now, I just found this out. Look at that, you can move this so you don't have to shrink or, you know, or expand or anything. That's kind of nice. So right now the way it's working is if I edit this cliff and I want to lower the terrain, it's actually going to push it back down this way, and it's actually pushing it down. So you have to be careful on the speed at which it does this, because it can really go fast on you. And so that's probably enough for me to like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then you don't really want to use the flatten tool. I spent kind of a long time fixing this because the flatten tool kind of maxed it all the way out. It shot it way the hell out there, so I had some time to repair this before. And it doesn't matter where you take the flatten from. It doesn't matter where. It just shot it way the hell out there. So instead, I'm just going to smooth it out to relative position, and then just kind of, work it out that way. But it looks all right to do it this way. It looks kind of like a cave, so it's a little too deep, and it can get deep really fast, or it can look too deep. I don't know, maybe it's not. But just smoothing it out, we'll fix it. Let me know if the music is too loud. It's kind of loud on my end. I don't think I even have it very low. So like that's one thing here, and then the floor one, that's this terrain here, I'm just gonna lower it down to match, kind of, so it looks like you're walking down into this place, into this cave kind of thing, and then I'll probably just paint this black, and as soon as you enter here, you're just gonna be warped. I want to say warped, teleported. To the final location. Smooth this out so it looks like it's a nice fine transition. A fine transition, if you will. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and so there you have that. I'm not too thrilled with it quite yet. I'll probably work it up some more, but I'll also just go with the black and do that. So you get warped. I wonder if there's transition time where you can, when you teleport somewhere, if you could set like a 4-second fade out and a 4-second fade in, and then you just end up at this spot here. That would be kind of nice. So here are the catacombs, and just gonna do that. So I was confused about where the start is right there. All right, and so I want you to kind of go through these catacomb areas and then spiral down into this weird spot here. And then there'll be an offshoot. I want to build an offshoot kind of midway through, like over here somewhere. And it'll kind of go this way over here. And this offshoot will actually have, I'll try to make it look like, you know, it's kind of a cave. You're going through a doorway type thing. So I'll try to play around with that. So there's one offshoot, and there's also going to be another offshoot here. I've decided just now. So there, just looks like a weird thing. I love getting lost in catacombs in games. I love it. So the more of those I build, the better. So I like purpose also. So if you have a purpose behind the catacombs, so this little place can be for the peasants or something, and then another catacomb area could be for I don't know, the rich folks or something, whoever had the money to be buried away from the peasantry, and that could be easily done just by, you know, like maybe making it like look like it's expensive, like this is the better spot to be buried in, or having your remains rot for the rest of all time. Like this looks, you know, for some reason square rectangular crypts or something, they signify royalty of some sort, you know. And we'll just have another offshoot here because it's got to be like a maze, you know. And then just like circular other thing here. And this is a little too, I want to say it's not organic. I don't really like doing these shapes. So I'm just gonna like do something like that. It'll also confuse the hell out of people, and they'll be lost for eternity trying to figure these catacombs out. Alright, so definitely need to expand this since I'm running out of space. Really, I hate when I do that. Missed the arrow. I need to increase the size of that. Sometimes it's just too small. And use space wisely. Try not to expand everything and try to fill things in, you know, kind of go as you need to, expand as you need to. If you're ever in the mood, I guess. I try to make everything one level first, you know, kind of make everything one elevation and then work things down if I need to, when I need to, because I will need to. Alright, this will go kind of around, and then I'll probably make another spiral down here. You know what, I'll do this as a space saver, and then I'll make the other spiral right here with yet another offshoot that will I'll probably make over here. That'll go this way and then around. Around this area. So here's what I mean. Definitely need more room. And then I don't know, what do you think about a shortcut somewhere? Like something that's like, oh, I didn't know there was a shortcut there. I think that would be a good idea. Like a ladder or something that you could move back into here, you know, and you have to pick it up from way back here and drag it over here and then climb up the ladder, you know. That'd be nice, right? Right? Yeah, that'd be nice. Of course, I gotta lower this way the hell down there. Okay. How are we looking on that elevation? Is that pretty good? Good way to test this too. Holy crap, this is bigger than I thought. Here I was like thinking like this was too small for my dudes. Oh man, this is some good big catacombs here for them. Work and scale. Damn, son. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll probably just have a ladder over here, and they'll have to just come over here and you know, work with it. And there, that's probably good right there. We'll see. We'll see about all that. I mean, wow, man. I did not expect that. Some reason I thought he was going to be like 3 times that size. I don't know what else. I don't know what I was expecting, I guess. Okay. So I find the ramp tool to still be a little bit weird at times, so I don't particularly use it. I lower and raise and then smooth out as much as I can. Just because for some reason I can't adjust the size of the ramp tool. If anybody knows a quick fix for that, let me know. It did work in the vanilla edition, which is the pre-DE edition. I'm not so sure about the DE edition and why it's not functioning the way it's supposed to in this one. So if anybody knows, let me know. I'm just going to smooth the walls a little bit. They are going to be, it's all going to be a little bit different. I am going to play with elevation considerably after I'm done here. See, like right here, I am going to smooth this out so it's a walkway. Let's see how it looks down here. Looks like enough room for combat and whatnot to happen. I don't know what I mean by whatnot, but whatnot will happen down here. This is a bit too steep here still. Looks alright. Suppose that. Smooth that out. This is kind of a wall, a side wall. I guess you won't be able to see much anyways over it since your dude is so tiny. So entering this, you won't see too much, but it's kind of the mystery here. So, like, what the heck is going on here with this wall? And then as you see this, you'll see more stuff. I think that's a brilliant idea. It's my ego talking. Yeah, let me know if my music is too loud. It's not too loud for me, but it might be for you. Maybe I'm not speaking loud enough. I think I am, though. Also, that's my ego talking. So if you're a modder and you're watching this, this is probably nothing new that you haven't done before, you haven't seen before. You're probably like, yeah, I've done this too. Yeah, yep, that's true. You've probably done this too. This is painstaking. You should probably know just how painstaking this stuff is. Not painstaking, but monotonous. Monotonous is that's what it is. We thrive on monotony, right? I don't know, maybe not. I used to teach, I used to tell my students that you have to get through the boring stuff. You just have to learn this boring stuff to be able to do the exciting stuff. Otherwise, you know, you're not really going to get to that level. So push through this stuff. Exciting stuff will come. And again, this is like super preliminary stuff here. I am just like smoothing things out. It's not, this isn't even, oh, I hate that bloom. I hate it. This is a test atmosphere or work atmosphere and I have bloom on or something. I don't know. It's really annoying. Okay, and I could start doing some elevation changes here. It's your boy, Ty. Thanks, buddy. It's your boy. I'm gonna say that now. If I see you chatting, it's your boy is on. It's your boy. Thanks, man. All right, here we're gonna play around a little bit. So, path well traveled. I like paths that are well traveled. So, that makes it interesting. So, ooh, that's a little too traveled. Just little tiny, you know, paths that lead somewhere, like some sort of erosion happening. You could have water erosion. Maybe it's too humid or something. Sides here, maybe people come visit, you know, all the time. Their loved ones, you know, so the sides can be eroded a little bit. There isn't really an erosion tool here like there is in the, what is that called? Unreal Engine. There's a nice erosion tool that you can use for a lot of different types of erosion, and I really like it. Here, not so much. So you're kind of just stuck kind of making your own erosion. It'd be nice to have it, but at the same time, I think the polygon count is pretty low for the oof, that turned out terrible over here. Look at that. What a terrible, terrible thing that happened here. Smooth it out as much as possible. I'm going to switch views. There we go. Now that's perfect. Let's go back here. It's a steep incline here. Anyways, if they added an erosion tool, that would be good. But I also think that just the polygon count on this is too small, or too large, I should say. It's not enough, is what I guess when I say too small. It's just not enough, especially in the terrain. It's really, really tiny. Or, man, I keep reversing what I mean. The polygons are huge on the terrain. So when you're working something up, it's actually quite massive compared to what I would like. So, I mean, I would like to have finite detail, lower polygon or higher polygon count, but this also enables you to kind of create worlds, large worlds, and it not break the bank with specs, you know. So, you know, that's nice always. So. Going here. And I think I've said this before, but I'm working I'm not using anything super powerful as far as my PC goes. I did have a GTX 970 in this computer and worked just as fine. I have a 1070 now with 8 gigs of GDDR5. I used to have 4, and it was fine. It handled just great, actually. So this isn't anything that's gonna stress your computer too much. It shouldn't, at least. Not like Unreal, and not like some other heavy processing engines out there. So okay, I did some elevation changes here, and of course in all Catacombs it's all mucky and misty and whatnot, so I'm gonna put some of that in there here. Let's travel back and through here and go to this area, because this is kind of a unfinished. Come on. What's going on here? Didn't I say I wanted like a... This is like a royalty chamber, right? I don't know if I wanted another circle spiral down or not, but I'll see what I can do. Bop, bop. There we go. And I want everything to be kind of a uniform. There, drop. So I used a this one right here, Flattened Terrain. So it all goes flat, all at the same time, all to the max radius. So get used to that, homies. Get used to using that. Let's see if I could use a ramp on this. Pretty good. Okay, that worked out pretty well, actually. Happy about that. Okay. It's a good spiral. Should I spiral this down? I don't know. This is royalty. I don't think royalty deserves a spiral down. I think it deserves a spiral up. So maybe I should do that. Like here's the lower royalty, and then as you go up, you're like somebody more important. You know what I'm saying? Up here lies the king, possibly. I don't know, I could probably make like another room from here that goes nowhere. Hold on, do I have room to go anywhere with this? Or is this in the middle of... Holy cow. Oh, you know what? I could have it spiral the other way, and that way I do have room. I have room over here. I think that's what I'll do. So let's reset. So quick and easy, right? So let's spiral this way instead. And I think from here I could definitely make the room, and yeah, right through here. This will be like the room for the king. Yeah. So here's what I mean by low polygon count. This is the lowest setting right here, and you could see the, you see this square here, it's divided by triangle. It's made out of 2 triangles. And like if I decided to raise this side, you could see it going up like that. You could see where it divides, just like that. Right, that is the polygon right there. So it's pretty low. It's really, really low. Not as great as you would expect, but also not as bad as some. And that's compared to the character, right? It's almost as large as the character themselves. So, and maybe that's the way it is for most engines. I don't know. I haven't messed around with Unreal too much, so I don't know if that's the same, if that's the case with them too. So. What I really don't like is when I'm actually painting terrain. And you'll see this happen too. It's really tough doing diagonals with painting this terrain. Really, really tough because it's not conducive to. It just wants to go, up and over. So it feels like you're drawing on an Etch-a-Sketch when you're doing a diagonal on any of that. So you have to be really creative on how you want to hide those. And also you'll see like breaks in the terrain. So you're painting, and you'll see this weird line, and then you can continue painting, especially when you're painting lines of terrain. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but it happens. So again, you have to get really creative with that. And it might be because we're, oops, wrong button, but it worked out. Happy accident. It might be just because we got the unlicensed version here, and that's what we're dealing with. And holy shit. Wrong button press. I'll just get rid of it. Like so. Ah, damn it. I get my shifts and controls confused. So, apologies. This to be down a little bit further. You can see where the triangle starts to happen as well with that, and it kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? Especially in these low situations. All right. I really want to perfect my terrain before doing anything else, anything else. Kind of like anything that you do, the better, and this I guess the best metaphor I could come up with or simile is when you're doing video production. You know, you want to shoot the best possible video you can from the start. So that means, you know, do your white balance and all that stuff at the start, so you don't have to do too much post-processing, and you have more flexibility during post-processing. So you know what, that'd be cool if this was kind of down further so people could see that there's crap down here. You know, so if you're doing stuff, try to get your terrain as good as you can, because when you're doing the, you know, painting and stuff like that, it'll really come in nice that you don't have to bounce around back and forth between the tools. So at least that's what I've learned from this mess. You know, just get it to a good level from the start. Okay, so that was the royalty chamber, and let's focus on this guy here. This is the non-plebeians here. That's where they will be buried. Yes, I've decided this. And I'm actually going to raise this center part. So there's going to be kind of like you walk in and then you can walk around. And I'm going to make like a inverted T here. Probably going to put columns of rock, or you know, rock columns here. And so just for more real estate, I guess. Bone real estate, is that what you'd call it? I don't know. Alright. So I'll save that for that. The rest, I think the rest looks good. The rest is workable. It'll be fine. I like the imperfections. I always keep the imperfections. Okay, so here's what it looks like on the main. Let's see if I need to get rid of any extra map. I don't think I do. I might here, but maybe not. I'm gonna lower some stuff here, just so well-traveled area, I guess. And then I will render everything. Or generate all, I should say. Hit that gen all button. What's this? I think that was a ramp. Yeah, I did. I used the ramp here. Good. Okay, that worked out. There are a few instances where the ramp is pretty damn handy. I don't like completely flat surfaces. I don't know if I've said that before, but I really don't like it. I try to change elevation here and there, or make it bumpy or whatever. You know, just as a rule. You know, pavement is flat, but this is not pavement. This is a world full of dirt and crap and mud and whatnot. So the catacombs ended up pretty big. Actually, there's going to be a lot of exploring. There's going to be a lot of wide open spaces. A lot of real estate here. So when decorating, I'll probably add in like considerable amount of stuff in there, because I think that they're about as big as this beginning area, which is kind of crazy. I didn't really mean to do that, but you see how wide that you can get the hallways, and I'd like there to be room for people to, instead of a single file of people, I want there to be, you know, it's full width so everybody could walk through. Even though catacombs are technically, you know, it's very tight, it's a very confined space. This game isn't really for that. I've found it really easy to fight battles in a confined space. So I don't want that. I want there to be some sort of advantage, disadvantage. Did you hear? Did you see that? Or was that off screen? Okay. All right, so I have my tie here right there. I haven't put in a trigger yet or anything. This is just like a placeholder for me, so I know that that's there. I will put a camera lock on all this, so you can't pan scroll over to the catacombs. Same with this stuff right here. There will be a region. All this stuff will have region triggers on it, so you can't like just scroll around and look around and stuff. Also, you won't be able to look and see that stuff because you'll have vision, you know, cones. So, okay, that's kind of it for the catacomb layout. The next part, and this is kind of impromptu. I didn't originally have this planned out. I knew I was going to do something with this, but this is kind of a region that is hard to access initially because you start here and you can't go straight to the catacombs. At least you won't be able to. You'll have to kind of meander around and wander around and find a way to get there first. It's pretty self-evident how you can get there, and I've already kind of started painting here. I don't know if I like this. I might change the base. I'm not really sure about this. This is supposed to be a swampy, not really so much swampy as muddy and just shitty to be in. So this looks a little too shiny, and it looks like clay from, I don't know, Egypt or something. It looks too happy. It doesn't look dirty enough for me. So I'm gonna change the terrain eventually here, just the base terrain. I like the way the cliff looks. Looks all right, and I'll add water, running water, like not running water, but like just water effects on here. So these lines kind of look like water has been just eating away at these cliffs for a long time. So we'll do that later. The next part I want to do is add the hub. So people will have a boss fight here, and after that they will make their way, yes, I want to do that. After that they'll make their way to the hub, which is up here. So what I want them to do first is beat the boss. They won't be able to progress through. I'll put a fog gate up. Fog gate, yeah. Then it'll disappear. It'll first appear when they meet the boss. It'll appear. When they can't cross that. And a fog gate here when they have to fight the boss. And if they die, I guess I'll have to make some sort of coding where it disappears. I kind of want to do the Dark Souls thing here. They're forced to fight this boss. They can't run away. And after they beat the boss, the fog gate will drop, and then they can progress on. Maybe some items will drop here and there or appear or something like that. But anyways, what I wanted them to do is when they're here, I want them to... I haven't generated any of this, so it's going to look funky. When they're up here, I want them to walk through here and just kind of look at the surrounding area. I'm all about like just appearances too. So they'll walk through and they'll look around and stuff, and it's going to be neato bandito. I won't be able to access any of it, but you know, they could look, but they can't touch. Oops, not what I wanted. And I'll probably just do this with this whole entire area. Just kind of dip it down everywhere. This is how Final Fantasy XI was made. If you guys have ever played Final Fantasy XI online, they kind of just did this really quickly, just like I'm doing. This looks like an area right outside of Ronfure. Like this doesn't, you know, it's all just hilly. Nothing too special. But it is preparing for, it's a good prep for having a nice, I hate it when it does that. You see, you notice that? It'll jut out really quick. I hate it. See that? And I have to do, yeah, be careful on that, guys. So here's what I mean by diagonals. It's tough to get diagonals in here. It's better to do up and down, or sorry, horizontal, vertical. It's kind of tough to do anything else. So from here, I'm thinking, okay, do I do a transition or do I do a teleport, you know, a trigger? And I think I want to do a transition. I think that would be kind of cool, where instead of you teleport somewhere, you transition, you have a transition area, you walk through, and then you're in another spot. So there is no like teleports, so you're not like, okay, here I am. So you have to actually walk through something and work for it. Work it, girl. And I think the best approach for that is to just raise the hell out of this one spot and then ramp it. So you're going to go up here and then you're going to go back down. Oh my god. I didn't give it enough time. The hate is real, guys. The frustration, I should say, is real. I'm not sure if that's like something I could fix in an engine or what, but man, I think a lot of people have been experiencing that. So there's two ways you could do cliff edges. I like cliff edges. There is the terrain way, where you create a little slice of terrain of yourself, by yourself. And let me show you that. So here it is, the cliff edge terrain. And if I move it out, you'll see that it's actually a terrain that's flipped. First I raised it and then I just rotated it, so it's like this. And you'll get something like this happening. You'll have this flat surface, but then you'll have a receding edge. You'll have that going, which is a nice effect. You can't do that by raising this terrain and then like jutting out like that. You can't do that normally. So I do it with terrain, or you could do it with rocks. You know, like just any sort of scenery rocks, and you know, just lay them down in walkable surfaces like that. I wanted to blend the terrain in first, and that's exactly what I did here as well. I just raised certain parts of it, and I had like a slope up and then a sharp slide down, or cliffside down. And then when you rotate it, you know, this becomes flat, and this becomes that arch, you know, or however I put it. But it has that jutting out effect. So, and it's completely walkable surface. It completely works. Some of the terrains you'll notice has weirdness going on to it. It'll have these lines. This one happened to kind of work out. You can always raise and lower to get rid of some of these. I'm actually kind of happy with this, and especially when I start decorating and stuff, this will really work in my favor. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm looking on the floor. I think my wife turned the heat on, and so it's like blowing heat right now into this room. The door's closed, and I'm pretty sure it's like 76 degrees in here right now. It's freaking hot. I'm sweating balls. When am I not sweating balls? Please. I think that this thinness actually really helps. I think I like that really kind of a lot. I think I'm going to keep it. It turns out that I like it. Okay. It's a nice thin road for people to travel on. And of course, I'll leave these two kind of not so much this side. I don't want people to come up here. Well, no, I don't want them to come up there because I don't want them to come through here either. So I'll probably make this a non-walkable surface of some sort. Let's see if I could drop this down a bit more here. I don't want them to like exploit. I don't want people to exploit this area. So I'll just do this. Drop it down, drop it down. Okay. Wow. Dropped it way down. Dropped it like it's hot. Bitches. Okay. That should be alright right there. Unless somebody packs a ladder. You know what? I'll just put a shitload of rocks over here. Just big ass boulders right there. Nobody can do anything with. Okay. Where am I? I haven't dropped a single frame. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Usually I drop frames like crazy. But my kid and my wife are watching Hulu and Netflix right now, and streaming like a charm. I am streaming at 540p or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know what it is, but I think that's the only way I could get away with it, so I don't know. Okay. New terrain time. This will be the transition, and I think so. What's going to happen is this is going to transition into a hub area. So I got the catacombs going, and this way will be like a hub, and the hub will be relatively okay sized. You'll come out here, there'll be like a circular hub. One way will go to a forest, another will go to, I think, a village, some kind of decrepit village, I'm not sure. And then I got another like open area off of that, but I'm not quite sure. I have to look at my map for that. First, I'm gonna go ahead and do something called AI generation. Boom. And let's do a full gen on it. I don't expect the catacombs to be a walkable surface yet. It's gonna take a while, apparently. And of course, it's not gonna be a walkable surface because it's not connected in any way to my main terrain. I could stick a AI trigger on it and make it a walkable surface where it can generate, and I'll probably do that. I'll probably seed fill it just so I could see visually if my terrain is good. I like to remove as much painting, slow painting as possible, walkable surface as possible. Vision grid. Hell yeah, vision grid. Okay. So that's weird. Where did my water go? strange. Oh, there it is. That's odd. Oh, I guess because the AI needs to... I don't know, that's weird. Oh, because the water is actually terrain, so... Okay, that makes sense. This is not a terrain, that is scenery. So, yeah. Perfect. All right, I'm going to seed fill this real quick. So you could see that this area is walkable and it works phenomenally well. You can come all the way up here and check things out and whatnot. So that's really neat. Nito Bandito. So AI seeder, yes please. I'll just put one right here and seed fill it. Let's see how it goes. Opacity down some. Okay, so here's a problem. And I should have thought of this before, but this right here, this entry point will lead other people to kind of just walk around this top slope, and I don't want that. I don't want that to happen at all. So I'm going to paint it red. Block movement right here. Okay, and then you could seed fill again. And it'll get rid of it. Alright, so let's make sure nothing else is crazy. So I'll make sure everything else is kind of walkable. I don't see anything else, there being any other problems right now, except for right here. That's a huge problem. Huge. Okay, and right there. That looks okay. Looks decent. Yeah, this turned out really good because of the steep slopes. So, okay, alright. And I'll probably tighten this up because some of this shouldn't be red, some of it should be green. Like, this path right here kind of should be green. It's not too slopey. That's how you work. And like over here should be a little more red because this is too steep of a slope to be climbing on. Right, so this is the... And then just gonna add it like that. And then so the rest is ladder. So you'll access this by ladder. It's really interesting. You could actually have multiple levels. One go over the top of something else. With ladders, and I've done that in my other mod because this engine doesn't allow for two-story anything. It's all one story, so you can't have a walkable surface on top of another walkable surface with this engine. So yeah. Okay, so I do want, here's what I do want. I want people to come down here, but I don't want them to come back down into this area. So I'm going to go ahead and block some of the surfaces here. Don't walk up there. You can't even look up there. Just take your eyes off up there. Okay, just like that. Anywhere where there's kind of a mountainside, I don't want people to even go. So nothing up here. I don't want them to go up through here. If you're a control freak, you're gonna love this engine. There's nothing stopping people from teleport. Like, I don't see why this is a green walkable surface. Like, how can that be? It's not at all, I mean, I don't know, maybe it is not steep enough. Yeah, I guess it's not steep enough, but to me it looks steep, you know. So anything that's like that, okay, that's already red enough. No weird little hangnails. I like to call those hangnails. People get hung up on those and be like, what's going on here? Why can't I go anywhere? Okay, so this is kind of a weird, strange spot. Because this is a cliffside, anything that's not walkable goes straight down into a non-walkable surface. So I will paint this black, and then when they enter this trigger, they'll just be teleported to the catacombs. Because they can't technically go underneath this area because there's a walkable surface on top. So they won't be able to go under it. But they will you know, be able to kind of go near it, or at least see under it, if y'all know what I mean. Okay, and so I want people to walk up here, go around, walk down here, not get on this side. I want them to go around this way to get up to this spot. Control freak in action right here. I put some teleportable spots over here, walkable surfaces. People can teleport over here. I'll probably have like a hidden chest up here and test it out and see if it's something I could do. Like if a person can teleport, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting to see. Clean this up considerably. So if you paint something, just leave it painted. Your walkable surfaces and all that stuff. What I used to do is paint something and adjust the terrain and then unpaint it and then, you know, run the generate again to see if it would work or if it would take. I don't do that anymore. I don't need to do that anymore. I just leave it painted and that's that. Okay, this looks decent enough for me. I will do this. Get rid of those hangnails. And this spot. See, like, you shouldn't be able to walk up on that cliffside. Just whoop, right up there. That's a big no-no. Nope. Okay. Clean this up some. If you guys do terrain painting, what do you prefer to use? Do you like the round brush? Do you like the green or the green brush? The square brush? Which one do you guys like to use? I flip back and forth between the two personally. This is going to be red. I don't want people hopping up here and going to break the illusion. I don't want people breaking any illusion of anything or anything. This is a vantage point. It's there on purpose so people can walk up here. They could see the sea. They could see this area is going to be just a crazy swamp area. So they could see that. They'll be able to see it before they go through it to go up to these spots. Oh, almost missed that. And then go to the catacombs from there. I want to make sure that they can't reach it from anywhere else. They could probably teleport down, but that's not a big deal. Weird McJaggies over here. Okay. Oh, how about that? They won't even be able to walk over to here to go over here, so that's kind of nice. I see a cliff face. And I want to paint. Yep. Nice. Nicely done. I see a cliff face and I want to paint it black. Very nicely done. I'll leave a little spot there. Oh wait, do I even need that? I mean, oh no, it's not walkable. Oh well. You know what? I just realized this part right here is not. It's not going to be a walkable surface. I'm just gonna paint the whole damn thing. Sorry, buddies. Ain't gonna happen. Not today. Okay, you know... Hey, Reavers. Yeah, you do. Maybe I should leave this little spot right here. Just this little spot. Just kind of a teaser, like, oh, what's over here, you know? I'll have to put down an AI seeder, of course. Because, obviously, it will... When I redo another... When I keep doing the gens, it'll get blocked. So, I don't want to... And good evening to you, sir. I know this is an evening cast. I actually got off work and I thought, you know, besides criminal tech stuff, criminal justice technology stuff that's been on my mind, this has also been on my mind. So I just thought I should get to this, get it out there, get it out of my system, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. Leave that there. Here's something. Here's something. People will go out to the edge. Oh, you know what? That edge looks kind of nice. Yeah, it does. It's not bad. It's kind of a scary edge. People will be like, "Whoa, can I fall off?" And maybe I should have them fall off somehow. That'd be awesome. They just like fall right off, right the fuck off. Okay, allow time. Nope. Wait, block time. Okay, allow time. That was seriously like the best reference to Mick Jagger. And, well, does Mick Jagger sing that? Is he part of that? I don't remember now. But it was good. That was good. That was brilliant. It's one of those brilliant things that I wish I had thought of, you know? You ever have feelings like that? I have feelings like that all the time. Like, hot damn, that was so good. I wish I thought of that. So clever. I think so. I think it is. Jesus, look at this. I missed this whole entire area. Good Lord. Look at that. It's so weird. My PC right now is working harder than it usually does with me painting green things and then red things. Like this is, it's like, I hear it like spinning up and well, maybe, actually maybe it's trying to cool off because it's so damn hot in this room. Yeah, just figured it out, guys. Okay. And I want them to come up this snaky valley here and then come back down, so I'll actually just paint green on the other over here. So there, that ought to confuse the hell out of him. Like, why can't I just go straight down? This sucks. This mod sucks. Oop. Tighten it up, tighten it up. Just when you thought you were done. Okay. That green looks okay. Mick Jaeger. I love Jaeger bombs. I like Jaeger. I used to, at least, back in the day. When I partied, my party days, I'd walk around town with my friends with a hidden flask of or bottle of Jaeger, and we would like stop and like take Jaeger shots along the way and just get pissed drunk in town, which is illegal, but we did it anyway. That was the most fun I ever had. Now, I'm married, with a kid, and I still have a lot of fun. Not the most fun I ever had, but it's still fun. Now I'm gonna have an existential crisis right now on air. Ugh! Holy crap. Well, I thought I'd be doing some more green, but it looks like I need to block more stuff. I keep missing crap everywhere. Look at this. Just ugly walking spots. Okay, this is normal. Yes. I'm gonna put it off right there. I'm actually going to develop this into an adventure, a scripted, fully scripted adventure. And so you'll have, you'll actually have like stuff that reacts to, your decisions, things like that, things of that nature. It's going to be a long project. I will probably also release it for a GM, as a GM map pack. I think those are always valuable. I have one that's out already, map pack. I'm yet to convert my actual Pyramid of Shadows. I'll show that. I'll show it off. And because I was back when the DE version came out, I had all my stuff all done, and I just like right at the tail end, I finished up the whole campaign and I converted it to the DE version and all of the script, not all of it, but most of the script needs kind of a touch up, and I'll load it up for you just so you could see. Open as a project. Let's see. I don't even know if I think I converted it. Yeah, I did. Let's see if it'll take. I don't think I even opened it up. I just converted it, the Pyramid of Shadows. I converted it, and I don't even know if anything will work off of this, so we'll see if it doesn't crash it. Okay, so good. I think we could start with 2 Lovers Village. Yeah. Yeah, it'll take a while to finish. This one right here, I started working on when the vanilla engine became live back in, I want to say September, October, something like that. I didn't actually start it fucking crashed. Look at that. I didn't start the Pyramid of Shadows though until I want to say like December. So I started the actual project and then finished up right around the August mark. I don't remember when the DE version came out, but I finished it up. I tightened everything up. It was very playable right around June. Okay, so I know that crashes. Let's go to the first floor. What is that? Floor 2? Floor 1. Let's go to that one. See if anything happens there. See if it fucking crashes here too. Sometimes if I load the first floor, I could go back to the village and it'll load up. But we'll see if anything loads here. So anyways, when I converted it, a lot of the root items were gone. Some of the crap was gone. Some of the things didn't take very well. So yeah, things got kind of effed up. The script was useless. It just didn't initialize on stuff, and there were too many issues. Yeah, I mean, I'm essentially just gonna have to redo a lot of stuff, so that's the way it's gonna go. Okay, it looks like we might actually load into this. Yeah. I don't want to know, I don't think. All right, and are we good? Are we... What's going on? Is it gonna crash again on me? Oh yeah, that's right. Oof, the lag on this thing. All right, so here's the whole thing, but I'm really not sure how much of it is like actually working. Let's go to play test it. I'm level 1. All right. Oh, did they get rid of the whole like trigger view where you could just hit like, I think it's Control Alt T or something like that, and it'll show you the trigger outline with the box or something? Did they get rid of that completely? I don't know. I haven't been able to find it. All right, well, let's see if this fires up or not. So you walk over and you get the journal update. That's good. At least you get the journal update. Gurok does approach you and talks to you. Well, this is nice. Or he also does that right away. Let me look at the journal. Oh, you can't. It's buried. Okay. What are you talking about? Item on... Okay, what round item? Okay. Well, the fight happens, which is good. I'm going to die immediately here. Yep, dead. Okay. And then he goes back to patrolling, which is correct. All right, so that worked. That's good. But there's a lot of stuff that I still have to, tweak, and not even tweak, but even make sure that it works. So the fact that he's alive is good. Let's revive him. Oh, that's the journal. So we were forced to battle for our life with a hideous butcher, Gurok. Okay, that's good. That worked. That's good. That's a relief. Somehow I'm still in battle, however. So that's not good. I don't understand what's going on here. If anybody knows what's happening here, right? And maybe that's just because of the engine. Maybe that's in the engine. Yeah, he's considered still in action because he's dead or whatever. And then just kind of teleported him. So that's probably it. So I don't mind that. So at least some of these parts work, I don't know if this works, Let me see if my stats are still good. My stats editor. I did make custom stats in here, so there are a lot of, stuff here. A lot of things. What is this? Potion. Let's go to potion. So imprisoned, frostbite, all those stats are there. I don't know if they're actually they're there though. So imprisoned, frostbite. Okay, that's good. I wonder if they fire up. So let me load. Let's see if the starting village will now load. That's a crash. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Maybe I need to build the story. Maybe it won't crash if I build the story. I don't know. So I won't load up any level right now. See if I can build a story first. . So here's like what I ran into. Like, I have all these things going on. Oh, and you know what? Let's see if I have what I do with my character creation here, because that is actually something I wanted to look into for you Reavers. Don't think that's that part. I removed a lot of this crap. It's all kind of canceled because all I needed was just this stuff right here. So the character creation is, you know, whatever. Let's see if this is all dialogue. Oh yeah, okay, Origin's dialogue. This is where my max party is set. Initiation region. Okay, that's good. Okay, Gurok, if he's dead, that was crazy. Cannot leave party. And that's one of my things that just says that you can't get rid of. That's once you're in the pyramid, you can't swap out anybody. Because I found that there was something. Yep. Map making's pretty simple. Work up your terrain first. That is, I can't stress that enough. Work your terrain to perfection. Have a plan for that. NPC joining party. Reavers, here's the code that works really, really well for me. So if the dialogue ends, this is the recruitment dialogue, and I have the recruitment dialogue is pretty extensive on my side. There's a lot of, all my characters are in a single dialogue. I'll show you that in a bit. And if the data, or if the speaker, that's you, and this is where you can delineate the player side. So not only can the player recruit, but also anybody that's playing with you can recruit. And then I have my database POS character, not piece of shit, but Pyramid of Shadows character is the recruit. That's just, you're just defining your stuff within, you know, your databases, so it's easier. So get faction. It's going to get the faction from the speaker. It's going to get the player faction, which is, I think, hero or something like that. Object, get flag. It's going to get an object or a flag from the recruit. And it has to be true. So if the add to party is true on the recruit, then that recruit is added to the player database. Right, that's really important. That then also character can recruit, or sorry, the recruit recruits the speaker. Sorry, the speaker recruits the recruit. Let's see, assign character to player. The speaker is recruit or assigned to the recruit, or the recruit I think is assigned to the speaker. Sorry. Register player triggers to the recruit, so all the players. Add character to party, so the recruit is added to the speaker's party. Set faction. This is where it becomes important. The set faction, the recruit, is set the player faction right here. So whoever you have. Character attached to group. This is where, you know, the basic stuff, your recruit is attached to your party. I check if the party is full. And then I clear the flag at the party, and then there's an end bark because my recruits are barking, voice barking, whenever you see them. If you see them, they'll say something. And then the leave party flag is if through dialogue leave party is set, then object clear flag and party members dismiss after dialogue. And that's all that is, and they leave. Let's see here. If dialogue ended, this dismiss, and you know, you could look at this, and it's just party members remove, and they just go away. And here's the procs that happen. I use I use speaker and recruit, and you're just defining this so you know. So for me, the speaker is the person that's speaking. You could have it player, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'm just defining what this database is. And I'm just defining what this database is here in the code. You could put asshole and dick butt. It doesn't matter, right? Just be consistent when you're doing this. You're defining these so you use them later in your calls and your queries. You know, that's all you gotta keep in mind. Let's see here. Okay, so here are the procs that I've made. You have to run those. Multiplayer and only the main person can add an NPC. Yeah, I think I added some snippet about that. But you know what? Here's the thing. I don't know anymore because DE may have changed rules on that. So that's another thing I have to go through is look. This is all DE code right here. That I just, not DE, but vanilla code that I just copied and pasted and adjusted a tiny bit. And this is a leave party thing that I made. So let's see here. Yeah, so there's a bunch that I didn't use. And then there's a max party check down here. So if there's... Yeah, I don't know. This is what worked back then. So I don't know. Let's see what else here. Village character creation. Global first level POS. Oh yeah, I had a problem where people would teleport into the middle of the map. And so I had them teleport back to the starter area. And then they'd set a flag so they never teleport there again. But it was really annoying, and maybe that's what's crashing it, is something going on with the starting area. But that's all I needed here. So, and I don't know if I had a mod character creation. Let me see if this is something. Yeah, this is just standard GM stuff here. Start point 1. Yeah, this looks like it should be fine. Because this is all starting level stuff, so. And this is all disabled because it's not necessary. Let's see what else I got going on here. This is for GMs, character creation stuff. POS journal, POS lore, waypoints, side quests. I didn't have much. Just object flags for side quests. I'll add more as I go there, you know. Enter the trigger without an item, teleport to somewhere. I ended up using a set flag. Yep. Yeah. You could also check to see if item template is in inventory. Unless that didn't work. The start, and let's see. Yeah, I don't think this is anything here. If use test, go away. Okay, that's just stuff in the village. 2 levers. Okay, this is how I level up my character. So when they enter a trigger, they level up to 8 immediately. So a character enters the trigger, is a player. Character is player true. Character level up to 8. It's really easy. You could also do character max override, max source points. I set them at 3, so they get 3 source points, and it adds a source point. 1 source point. They could walk back and forth and max them out, but yeah. And also I have these things happen too because apparently they weren't initializing in the init section, so I just did that with a trigger. Let's see. Here's some groups for my crime, which I made my own, and it didn't. It's all right. I guess they have their own crime system that's actually pretty good too. So, yeah, yeah. I'd have to look at all this again. But what I'm gonna reload all my definitions, or sorry, generate definitions. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and build. And all that stuff. So I'm going to build a story. See how many errors pop up. Probably going to have a billion, zillion. Or none. I don't know. We'll see. Or it's going to be a complete success. 0 errors. That's interesting. Okay. Load level. Can I save that? What is this? Module load file name. C6. Meta LSX does not exist. Can't load mod. Is that the one I'm working on with right now? CF1. Nope, that's not the same one. C3, okay. I don't know why this is referring to those two. It's not at all what I want. That's weird. Okay, floor 3. Let's make sure that works. Switching level. Whole shitload of errors. Light probes. Varela shard. Which you shouldn't have any because you haven't got any yet. So yeah, they're not going to have any. Alright, that worked. Oh yeah, crash. Floor 3 is really intriguing. I like floor 3. It's got some good stuff in it. Especially this perma buff guy right here. This guy's awesome. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Is that floor 2? No, that's first floor. Floor 2 right here. And I was going to work on Argent too because that's the Giants, I think it's campaign, something with Giants or something. And so that campaign is another D&D campaign offshoot. And I was going to work on that. Oh yeah, this is definitely the current version. Here's my little abomination. See if any of that works. Look at these patrol routes. Groovy, huh? Here's my OP dragon who murders you in one swipe. Or he can, I don't know if he does. Let's see if these guys are still around. Yeah, and this is one of my favorite acts too, because they argue back and forth and you can actually get them to fight each other, which is awesome. And this is a murder hole right here. This is complete murder city, which is also awesome. Let's see. At first I thought these guys were overpowered until I fought them, and it was neck and neck, and it was just really good. Oh yeah, man, it is, huh? It's actually it's 8 o'clock here. We're getting there, so I might as well, or I might wrap up soon as well. I'm just going to check a couple other things. I've already checked floor 1, so back to the starting village, and we'll see if this crashes on me. I guarantee it will. I'm not really sure how to fix that. I wish there was like I don't know how to say, maybe a safe mode or something, but we'll see if it crashes or anything. It seems to get to this spot right here and then boom, dead. So I'm not sure if it's a terrain or what's making it crash, but it's not liking something, so that kind of sucks. And this is definitely the definitive edition of it, so what I could do is import a project and see if it'll work on that. So let's see here, mods, Pyramid of Shadows, this one. I don't know how extensive this is. Yeah, it's got everything, I think. So let's open it up. Select that folder. Yeah. Editor folder could not be found. Select location. Pyramid of Shadows. I'm just going to go ahead and use the one I already have, see what happens. Maybe it'll F it all up. Maybe not. Maybe I could combine it somehow. When you click on it, it definitely tells you that it's working, so this is just the best way to know that it's converting it or whatever it's doing. I might be just ruining the whole thing. Who knows? I don't know. I hope so. Hope I am. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I got multiple projects going on. I'm going to be working on some Sinful Fire for a bit. Probably off and on, I'll attack Pyramid of Shadows to see exactly what the problems are, but it's going to be kind of an ongoing thing. Yeah, boy. So I don't know. I've had so many things now that I've put into it that I get lost in where I am. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like I need to start from the beginning, just ground up again for all the DE stuff. So I've labeled Pyramid of Shadows as an abandoned project. It's already done. Nothing I can do about it. It's still published. If you play the vanilla version, you could still play the game, and I think it works. I think it all works, but there isn't really a way for me to go back in there and change things or modify things or even update things, because even if I load up the vanilla, I don't know how to get into the vanilla editor. I mean, some people have said, oh, just load up this and it'll load it up, but it hasn't worked for me, so I'm not really sure what's going on. At any rate, so I just feel like it's going to be too much for me to tackle, and especially when I got the starting village is crashing, I'm just probably not going to mess with it. Wish there was kind of like a progress bar or just something to tell me that, hey, this is where we're at. So anyways, I think that starting anew with Sinful Fire is just I'll just have a better time. And by the time I'm done with that, I'm sure they're going to come out with the DE Max version of the engine or something. I'll have to start all over again, which would suck. But I think this is going to take a while. I'll see if it works or not. But if you're interested, hop into my Discord. There's stuff going on there always. And if you're interested in the actual Larian Discord, oh, here we go. Nice. Oh, Okay, successful, require restart. No problem. I can do a restart. Now we'll see. That was a surprise. I thought it would take all night. Now which one is the one? I think this is the new one. Definitely the new one here. All right, select that one. See how it goes. Yeah, still those two that don't exist, the modules. I don't know why it's loading those or wants to load those. Okay. Let's see if it loads this. Okay, it's still loading, but we'll see where it has the hang up. Container script, wander script, and dead. All right, well, there you have it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'll be done for tonight. I don't really want to get back in the engine right now, so thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night. I have got to go get ready for bed and then work tomorrow. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you guys later.